Last week, a magnitude 6.9 earthquake devastated the Indonesian island of Lombok, killing more than 300 people. Among the many Australians holidaying on the nearby Gili Islands, where the quake hit, were two friends from Melbourne, Martha Rose Lochnan and Alex Montero. They say it was a frightening experience.
Well, Alex and I were really lucky. We were staying inland in our accommodation. We had hired an Airbnb, which was a sort of small hut, like made of wood, so light material. And when the earthquake struck, we were together sitting on the bed, but we immediately fell to the ground. We couldn't hold on to anything. Our door slammed shut and water rushed into our room. It went pitch black. And we just had to hold on to each other until it was over.
Well, I think initially we were just in a bit of shock. It was pitch black. We were trying to find our friends. We were all just trying to stay calm. And from then we went to the reception sort of area of our accommodation, where they were trying to do a bit of a head check, make sure they had everyone. And from there, someone suggested we go to an open field for the aftershocks, because they kept happening, to make sure nothing could fall on us. And on the way there, we intercepted with large crowds of people sort of in quite a panic, screaming about the tsunami and running, and that's when we sort of got swept up in that and followed them up the hill. That, I think, was part of the stress, especially with the adrenaline. When we were running up, it felt like even less of a hill. We didn't really, that was quite stressful, and people were screaming and climbing up trees. It was quite scary. Yeah, it was a stampede of people, and they kept yelling to go further up the hill, but there was nowhere to go. There wasn't much of a hill. What happened was there was supposed to be an evacuation, so the whole island had to be cleared. But there was no port to carry the people on ships out of the island, and no ships were really sent. So what happened was local boats were sort of getting swamped with both locals trying to get back to Lombok and tourists desperate to get off the island in such a panic. So throughout the day, what occurred was multiple small boats would pull up to shore, and they'd just get absolutely swamped with people fighting for a spot, climbing on the edges. There were no ladders put down. It was just chaos for hours and hours and hours.